Hi everybody, Emil here, the Game Master. I wanted to give you a quick overview of how to earn experience points by submitting your responses to quests. So, if you haven't already figured out, the primary action in this game is for you, the players, to review available quests, which are basically challenges or tasks, to choose to accept particular quests, and then to complete those quests. So each quest is worth a certain number of what are called experience points, or XP. And so the more XP you earn, the higher you're able to rank up. And as you probably know, if you've already reviewed the rules of this game, the object of the game is for you to become a scion, which is the final rank in the digital literacy game. And the way you achieve that is by solving the final challenge. And so generally what you're doing throughout the game is trying to rank up so you can attain the rank of Maestro, at which point you're then eligible to be invited to join the Order of the Lamp, which is the latest order of the Digerati. And once you've been invited, you will be assigned the final challenge. Once you can solve the final challenge, you will rank up to the level of Scion. So this tutorial is going to show you how it is that you go about earning experience points, as well as to show you how to engage in discussions throughout the entire game. So let's get started with that. So in the first video, you learned how to accept quests. Once you've accepted a quest, you scroll to the bottom of the quest and review the requirements for the quest in the submission details section. When you're ready to meet the demands of the quest, you click the Complete button. The submission pane will then appear, and this is the interface in which you use to submit your work. Now you'll notice that you've got several components to it. The first thing you'll notice is that the submission details will reappear for you at the top of the pane. You also have a rich text editor, in which case you can submit any typed input into the typing field. And you also have several features, including bulleting and numbering and creating tables and bolding and italicizing, general rich text editing. But I do want to point out a couple of features. These two buttons will allow you to add or delete hyperlinks to texts or images. These three buttons will allow you to upload videos or images to your submission. And this is the button you would use to edit the hypertext markup language, or HTML, in order for you to embed any codes, for example, embed codes from YouTube if you're so inclined. You'll also notice that you can add a file to your submission. So you could basically write up your entire submission, if it's a write-up, as a Microsoft Word document and then attach it. And then when you're ready, you click the Submit button and you are good to go. Sometimes your submission might be something that you create using the Google Apps interface. So you can submit a link to a publicly accessible Google Drive document or Google Drive file. Now I just mentioned this, but I just want to reiterate that you can choose to attach one or more files as your submission. That's a good idea to include a comment as well if your submission will be in the form of an attachment. So keep in mind that you can attach more than one file, just the files can't be larger than more than 20 megabytes each. Once you click Submit, you have the opportunity to enter your completion time, rate the quest, and then add any comments you think that your fellow players might benefit from. It becomes a great opportunity for you to kind of give a review, if you will, of the quest so that your fellow players can take a look at it and make a determination if they want to take the quest on or not. Totally voluntary, but I strongly recommend you do it. Now, if the quest didn't require verification from the Game Master, well, you're going to automatically receive the experience points. But if it does require verification, well, you're going to wonder, where are my experience points? I just completed the quest. In order for you to find out which quests are yet to be verified, you click on the Completed tab. This is where you'll see all of the quests that you've completed, as well as any quests that you may still need verification on. Unfortunately, it's highlighted in yellow, so it might be difficult to read, but basically it says your quest is pending approval. When the Game Master goes ahead and verifies your submission, you'll automatically get the experience points, and you'll then notice usually that underneath the completed quest there might be a link to a comment or two, and these are comments from the Game Master on your submission. Simply click on that link and you'll see the feedback that's being given by myself or any apprentice Game Masters. Now let's switch over to discussions in the game. Discussions in the Game Lab, the learning management system, are intended to provide you with an opportunity to engage your fellow players in asynchronous exchanges of ideas. Now you'll see discussion quests appear throughout the game in the quests index, just like any other quest. Like all quests, discussion quests also have submission details and a complete button. However, your response to the discussion prompt needs to appear in two different places. One in the specific discussion forum, and again, pasted into a submission pane, just like your regular quests. After reviewing the content that's associated with the quest, you click the Discussions link in the navigation menu on the left to submit your discussion in the forum, or push the Complete button down over here in order for you to submit your response to the prompt in relation to the quest itself. But keep in mind, you're going to need to have it pasted in both places, one in the discussion forum and one in relation to the actual quest itself. If you decide to submit your response in the discussion forum after clicking on the navigation pane link, it says discussion, you need to select the correct subject for the discussion. And that's where you're going to paste your submission to the prompt. Next, you click on one of two Add Comment links to submit your response in the forum. And you'll notice that you don't yet have access to a rich text editor when responding in the discussion forum. Hopefully this feature will be added soon. Now, after you type your response, be sure to copy your response onto the clipboard, because remember, you do need to post it back in the quest as well. Now, this is if you choose to post in the discussion first and then post or copy-paste your submission in the quest. You could have submitted in the quest and copy-pasted from the quest and then pasted your submission in discussion. In either case, you need to make sure that you paste your submission in both the discussion forum subject as well as in the quest itself. Don't forget to click the Save button too. By the way, if you do post in the discussion forum subject area and you want to make a change to your post, you can simply click on the little edit link next to your submission to make changes. Now, if you chose to submit first in the discussion forum, in order for you to be able to paste your submission back in the quest, you'll need to come back into the Quests index and then click the In Progress tab to see the quests that you've started. In this case, in the example I should say, we started Discussion Your LMS Experience. So you would select the In Progress quest, then click the In Progress button on the right, and next, click the Complete button. And here's where you'll see that submission pane where you can paste your already copied text into the newly provided submission pane and then click the Submit button. Now, one last point, the Game Lab discussion forum doesn't yet have a threaded reply component for discussions. And as you know, it's not a discussion unless there's dialogue. So in order for you to reply to your fellow players, I recommend you simply add another comment in the specific subject area, but start your reply with the name of the player that you're responding to. For example, Firestarter. And that's it. Hope that was informative. Quest on!